This episode is sponsored by Riverside.
Hello and welcome back to the Couch to Creator podcast. We're Sal Bart from Trio Stories, and this week we're with our very own nephew, Isaac.
He's a legend. And what can you expect from the Couch to Creator podcast? Well, we hit record on real-life conversations about all things creator, the wins, the defeats, and the opinions of 9-year-olds, it turns out.
Yes, we wanted to get Generation B's view on the creator economy.
Hello.
Is this the first time you've used a microphone?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Is it the first time that you're actually in front of a camera being interviewed?
Yeah.
Do you know what a podcast is?
Is it like an interview?
Yeah, can be. So people like us, we will film ourselves talking either to each other or to guests like you, and put them online for people to listen to or watch. We have a video podcast, so we film it as well.
Yes, and I guess the whole point of it is to ask interesting questions and get interesting people on the show, and get their interesting opinions on different things, which is why we've invited you. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know if you know, but our podcast is also published on YouTube. So is this going to be your first ever appearance on YouTube?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Cool.
Are you going to show your friends?
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Love that. We wanted to ask you some questions.
Well, first of all, we need to introduce our lovely guest.
Yes.
So, Isaac, why don't you tell us a few things about yourself?
So I'm Isaac and I like reading the Harry Potter books. I like playing football for my team, Cheadle Town. I'm a striker.
Nice. You've scored a lot of goals as well.
Yeah, I
haven't you,
scored 50 in my first season and 29 in my second.
Wow.
And I also like playing basketball in my back garden.
Very nice. And we know that you like films too, don't
Yeah.
you?
I like playing on my Nintendo.
You are the second biggest Harry Potter fan in the world, aren't you?
Yeah.
He knows who's the first.
But you're 9 years old, right?
Yeah.
You're going to school.
Yeah.
Are you getting good grades?
I'm saying I'm doing all right in year 5.
I've heard you're doing really well.
Yeah.
You like reading and
Yeah.
that helps.
My favourite subject is maths.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
I used to love maths, actually.
Would you consider yourself a creative kind of person, Eyes?
Sometimes.
What do you think creativity means? What do you think it's...
Like using your imagination to make things in your own world.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
answer.
Let's tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Riverside. Riverside is already known to be the best solution to record high-quality podcasts with remote guests. So even when the internet drops out, your files are constantly being recorded in the highest possible quality locally on your hard drive.
Which it will cut out.
It always does.
But what we weren't expecting was how much of a game-changing tool it is for podcast editing. You can upload your podcast and use the text-based editor to remove ums, ahs, and any parts of the podcast you don't want to see the light of day. Riverside can help you generate captions, remove filler words, and even create AI-generated magic clips.
We've even been using these automatically generated transcripts to turn our podcasts into SEO-rich blog posts.
Who's been doing that? It's me.
And if you want to check it out, go to riverside.fm and sign up using the code TRIO STORIES to get a whopping 15% off.
Trio Stories. It's
Trio
us.
Stories.
There's quite clearly 3 of us. Trio.
Thank you so much, Riverside. Back to the episode.
The reason why we've invited you for the podcast is we wanted to ask you some questions about creativity, but also to get your ideas and thoughts about what Auntie Sal and I do, as creators, and just generally things about, videos and image and photography, and maybe a little bit about the internet as well.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on it?
So do you know what me and Uncle Barty do as work?
Do you like go around the world like creating things on what you've seen?
Kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. We do end up traveling a lot, but we don't actually make travel content. So it's not about our travels. We just travel a lot to find the best locations to create videos about filmmaking, sometimes about photography, sometimes creating like commercials or adverts for products and for businesses and companies.
And also, we make short films.
Yes, that's true. And we make YouTube videos as well.
Yeah. We have our own YouTube channel. So technically, we are YouTubers.
Technically speaking, yes, we are YouTubers. Your auntie and your uncle are YouTubers. How does that feel?
It feels really cool.
What do you think a YouTuber does? Like, how does their daily life look like? How would you imagine it?
I imagine it as like they would see if they can't find what they need to make a video, they would go somewhere else to find it.
Definitely, yeah. What do you think goes into making a video? Like, how would you, if you had to make a video?
I think it would take a while to do like the editing as well.
Yeah, so you know about editing.
True.
Yeah, that's great.
Since I've started watching it even more, I wanted to make some YouTube videos, but I thought, how will I edit them? So I'm thinking it might take a while.
I think that we know that, didn't Santa bring you a laptop for Christmas?
Yeah.
So you could use that for editing, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Would you like Auntie Sal? Well, who do you think out of us is the editor?
I think it's you.
It's not me. It's
It's
Auntie
me.
Sal. Auntie Sal's the main editor. And would you like it if Auntie Sal taught you some editing sometime? I think that would be cool.
That would be very cool. And what would you film it on?
Probably football, Lego and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things that you like.
Yeah.
That's really important because you have to be passionate about the stuff that you make.
Yeah.
Like we love gear, for example. Like we love equipment for filmmaking and stuff. Like you can see all the things here we've set up.
Yeah.
We really like that, so we like to make videos about those things.
Yeah, I think I might do some like recording on my gaming because I've seen some to like help me. Some videos to help me on my gaming, and maybe it could help some people on their gaming.
That's true because you're playing Hogwarts Legacy, aren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Wow.
So you could make
And it's
like
a tricky game.
it is a tricky game.
That's really cool. So you...
Well, I just want to know more about your channel, your future channel. So would you make like toy reviews?
I think I'll start out with that, but when I get a bit older, I'll start doing different things.
Yeah.
Like things on how I'm getting older a bit.
Yeah, that would be cool.
More technology maybe on it.
Yeah. Do you
That's
like
really
technology?
cool.
Yeah.
I really like the fact that you said that you like the idea of your channel helping other people.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Because I've been on YouTube. I was playing Hogwarts Legacy. I didn't know what to do on something because it was really hard. So I searched it up on YouTube and it helped me.
So if you need information from
Yeah.
somewhere, you'd go to YouTube.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
Yeah. What about your friends? Do your friends watch YouTube?
Yeah. Well, most of them watch TikTok.
Oh, do
Oh,
they?
okay.
But some of them just watch YouTube or play video games. So, yeah, I think they mostly watch YouTube.
What about you?
Me, I play video games.
That's why you'd prefer to play a video game than
Yeah.
watch a video.
Yeah.
Among your friends, what would you say the ranking is of like where people watch videos or films, including like TV, TikTok, YouTube, and anywhere else that you know, DVDs maybe, anywhere
I'd
else?
rank YouTube because it's not just watching normal TV shows, it's watching things that could be different, like real people, not just like animated people. TikTok is last because I just don't really like TikTok. It's bad. I don't like it.
Okay.
That is very wise.
That is very
because
wise.
it's just about people just dancing and talking. It's
Being silly mostly,
Yeah.
isn't it, really?
You can
I
get
say-
some good content on TikTok,
Yeah.
but it's one of those places where you can spend too much time.
Yeah, so I think TV's middle because you can watch because it's like for early ages.
Okay.
Because it can like get you into TV and help you grow up.
Yeah, that's
bit.
really interesting. That's really interesting.
Do you prefer TV shows or films?
TV shows
Yeah,
Really?
because I
Okay.
can watch more of them.
Ah.
that is true. And that is also the good thing about YouTube.
The next thing I was curious about is how do you think people actually make money from making videos on YouTube?
I feel like YouTube just gives them money for like making it famous, more like people into it, and like, I think, and I feel like YouTube get paid by, like, getting people to make videos, and then YouTube pay them, because if FootCrunch is able to get VIP tickets, he's got to have something, and he don't really play football or anything, he just makes YouTube videos, so he must get money for making videos.
To get those tickets, right? That makes sense. Yeah. Well, that is pretty much spot on. Because, like you say, what happens is there is a company, so for example, a football club, and they will want to advertise themselves and bring more people to the stadium. So they could pay YouTube, essentially, to promote them.
Yeah.
And YouTube then pays the creators because they're creating the content. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's in like an automated way, but also there is far more different ways to earn money as a creator, even if you're on YouTube. Can you think of any others?
No, I can't.
No? Auntie Sal, do you want to present a couple?
Yeah, one of the ways that we've made money through YouTube is by our YouTube showing brands the kind of work we can produce. So like this light here, this lighting brand, saw our videos on YouTube, and they sent us some free lights to make some content with.
Yeah.
And then once we proved that we were good at making videos, then they would pay us to make adverts or commercials and stuff.
So people could buy them.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's exactly the same as, when on TV you see adverts.
Yeah.
It's that same sort of idea, because you can also, you can see adverts on TV and you can see adverts on billboards or on the radio.
YouTube.
Exactly, adverts on YouTube. So that's one way. And then there's another way, for example, that we make some money as well, is when we review or talk about some equipment, for example, microphones or the light that Sal mentioned, we would leave links below the video so that people, if they were interested in that product, could use that to buy it. And then we get a small piece of that sale for us because we led them to that sale.
Yeah, like I've heard like adverts like link in the description.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, link
And
in.
there's like subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is basically like following them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've heard of all the linking and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, you mentioned subscribers. If you had to guess, how many subscribers do we have? Auntie Sal and Uncle Barty, how many
Oh,
subscribers do we
don't
have?
say that. He'll be disappointed in us.
Just a guess.
10k.
No, it's not bad.
That's not bad.
We have less than that,
We
unfortunately.
have 5.
We have about 5K.
We're still growing.
Still a lot of people though. You couldn't fit 5K people in your room, that's for sure.
That's a lot of people. If you had them all lying like sausages next to each other, maybe.
Perhaps.
But a subscribe, if someone subscribes, it could be like, because you can't subscribe twice on one video. You could just be like, 2 people could be subscribing once on one video.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get...
Because you don't really want to watch it and then go back to it. Because you might still not be able to subscribe again.
Yeah.
So, probably, a few of them could be ×2.
Subscribers?
Yeah, like people who actually want to subscribe. But if they're like sharing a laptop or something.
Oh, I see what you mean. There could be more people using the same account.
Yeah, and they both wanted to subscribe, but because you can't subscribe twice or like twice.
Yeah, that's true. So
they could like be basically subscribe once, basically count as
but
2
it's 2 people.
Because you
So, like,
share your account with Mummy and Daddy, don't you? Or do you have your own account on YouTube?
On YouTube, I haven't got my own account on YouTube yet, but my laptop. So me and my mum like have each have an account to get onto my laptop.
Okay.
So because it's mine, so I can get onto it, and so mum's to see if I'm doing my homework properly.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
like on my Switch, me and Izzy share it.
Exactly. So you and Izzy could be subscribed only once, but actually it's 2 people watching the video.
I
So.
used to have YouTube on my Switch, but mum deleted it
Oh, did she?
because I wasn't playing my games.
Oh, wow.
You're watching
You were
videos.
just watching. Oh.
So I ended up going back onto my games.
Okay, that sounds good.
But you did just say that gaming
Yeah, now it is. But
is your
because
favourite thing?
I used to just be lazy. Now
Did
I'm
you?
back into like getting my hands on the controls and
Actually playing.
yeah, actually playing what people are playing on YouTube.
Yeah, because we have heard that there are a lot of kids on YouTube
Yeah.
who have their own YouTube channel who will play with their toys or play games, and then you can watch them. Did you ever watch any creators like this?
I've seen. So when I was younger, I used to watch this kid play with like open surprise boxes, and now I watch YouTubers play video games like Hogwarts Legacy. So I thought, what's the point in watching them if I can do it?
That is true.
That makes sense. What do you think is the difference? Like, how does it make you feel differently playing it yourself or doing these things yourself than in comparison to watching them
Because
on YouTube?
the YouTubers have their path and I have my path, so it could be different. And then also they could have like already done it before they put it on YouTube. When really, if you're not putting it on YouTube, you're basically keeping it to yourself, playing it once.
Yeah, that makes sense. You mentioned having your own path.
Yeah.
That's very important to have your own path in life as well. And we're very curious to hear about what you think, your path might look like. Do you have any idea of who you want to be when you're older,
I
or?
want to be a footballer.
Okay.
And I want to win the World Cup, really.
Wow.
That is a big goal.
That is aiming high. Yeah.
That's a good goal to have.
And you're obviously training hard and you're playing football and stuff at the moment, aren't you? So you're working towards that goal, which is important.
Have you watched any like tutorials or anything on YouTube about football?
Yeah, I've watched loads. I've watched this guy train like Ronaldo for a week and Messi for a week and Haaland for a week.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's just given me an idea on how to, like, when I start getting older, on how to start, like, training towards that goal and how to get better at football.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you have any other potential things that you'd like to do other than a footballer, potentially? Because obviously, I mean, maybe it would be after you were a footballer, because footballers, you retire quite early, don't they?
Yeah. Well, maybe not after. I maybe try do this before. Well, as a footballer, you could become even more famous by doing on YouTube. So I think I might have a YouTube account starting soon, and maybe start playing basketball a bit more. So, like, if football doesn't work out, I've got basketball for a backup plan.
Oh, nice. But so you generally, you like sports. It sounds like you like sports. That's great. That's good. And what sort of videos would you make on your YouTube channel then if you were doing, like, as a footballer, for example, or as a basketball player? What sort of
I'd
video?
probably do some on, like, skills. And because I watch loads of skills on how to do them on basketball and football. And that's one of the things that helps me to get even further. So I think maybe skills and like goals, how to score and defend and do pass.
Maybe some challenges, like how many hoops can you score in 60 seconds? Or...
Yeah.
Maybe we can help you to make your first YouTube video.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. And we could sit down and I can teach you how to edit.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Wow, that would be really cool.
We have to do that.
So we've talked a lot about YouTube. I'd love to go back a little bit further out and ask you about just generally what your thoughts are about media, videos, films and stuff, because...
Well, I think it's like showing people you don't know the things that you do, so you can become friends with them, but you can also become enemies with them. So basically they could bully you if they think it's not good, but they can also be really nice to you and give you a good comment and you can be friends. So it's 50-50 chance. So I think it's good for people who really want to share, but if someone's like a bit nervous, they might get bullied, I think it's not very good.
Okay.
That is true. It's about protecting yourself online.
Yeah.
We have made lots of lovely friends through YouTube. We have met a few people now online. that are now some of our closest friends. But yeah, it is true as well. Like some people can be
nasty.
nasty.
Online. Yeah.
But we don't.
That's why my mum's like not let me have a YouTube channel yet because of all of that. But I think she might let me soon because I'm getting older.
Yeah. There's also ways that you can protect yourself online from
Yeah.
those kind of comments. So you could block
them.
comments and
Hide
stuff.
the comments, can't you, on
Yeah.
YouTube? And, well, do you think it's a problem? Do you think it's a problem that people are so nasty on the internet?
I think it's a bit of a problem because it could spread. But yeah, I think it's a problem that people are nasty to people on the internet because it could spread and people could become like really upset and not go on it, and it could literally stop them from going on the technology.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
especially when someone's made a video, even if it's not such a good video, at least they've tried to make it right.
You either don't do anything or you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because like, if I find a video that isn't one of my favourites when I'm on YouTube, I just scroll past it, leaving it.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's one I like, then I'll put a like on it and scroll down.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's a nicer way of being on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Rather than putting people down. So that's really good.
But also what you said about like those people will get upset. I think a lot of people online forget that the people that they watch on these videos are real people.
Yeah.
So they can have real feelings and they can have their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
So you are more mature
than most adults on the
than a lot of people on the internet.
I wanted to ask you as well about how important you think films are. Like, not YouTube and TV, but like films like Harry Potter and fictional films, you know?
I think it's like helping you use your imagination, like giving you an idea of what you can do. So like you can make a film on your imagination, or you can like, if you're young, you could make your imagination using your toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And give you an idea if you haven't got much of that full imagination. So like Harry Potter, magic, got the idea from Lord of the Rings.
So you think it's all about this sort of creativity and imagination and helping to evoke that and promote it. What do you think then, what do you think makes a good film? Like, because we know that you like Harry Potter in particular, but what do you think makes it good?
Just the, like, on how it's just really good. I just really like it because it's just magical. It's really magical and
takes you to a different world, doesn't it?
It like takes you out of you just sitting around either reading a book or watching TV shows and takes you somewhere where you can actually see magic.
That's brilliant. Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think makes it especially beautiful? I think that the characters in it make it especially beautiful because each of them show different values and different personalities, and each of us can see ourselves maybe in some of the characters.
Yeah.
So you feel a part of that world, don't you?
Yeah. Not just like a normal person in a normal world.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you had to pick a character from Harry Potter, who do you think you would relate to most?
Probably Harry, because I'm pretty brave.
Yes,
sometimes.
That is true. It's very brave to come on a podcast like this. I think you're very brave as well.
Absolutely. I think we've got probably a couple more questions, and then I think we'll be heading to your favourite dinner restaurant because we've promised Isaac to take him out as a treat. I wanted to ask you then about, you know, when these films are made, they're filmed on cameras and equipment. Do you know anything about cameras or filmmaking equipment or anything, or do you find it interesting?
Well, I find it interesting, but I don't really know like deep into it. So like I was with YouTube, I didn't really know deeply into it. So like, or how you make it. I thought it was just like people recording, and it was interesting. So I think it's interesting, but as I get older, I'll probably see a bit more into it, and maybe I could do more with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever seen any behind the scenes of how films are made?
No, not really.
So on YouTube, you can see lots of videos about how Harry Potter was made and see loads of the behind the scenes.
Well, I've seen like cutscenes, the ones that were taken out.
Yeah, the
I've seen one
additional
of them.
scenes.
There was one where Malfoy threw Harry's wand in the Battle of Hogwarts in the end.
Yeah.
I've seen that one. And yeah, that's all the behind the scenes I know, and then I knew that got thrown out.
Because the behind the scenes is
like how it was actually made.
how it was made. So like,
they'll show you the people with the cameras and the way they are filming it, and the people with the microphones and the makeup artists
the
and special effects.
actors. So we make some of those kind of videos on YouTube as well, because we will make videos and then we'll make videos to show people how to make videos.
Yeah.
That's always really interesting. for
Definitely,
us.
definitely. And I wanted to ask you maybe to finish up on,
Yeah.
unless Auntie Sal's got anything else.
I'd just like a moment to think, because I'm stunned with how well Isaac is doing, so I haven't said much.
Okay, well, you have a think
Yeah, I
about an
will.
additional question. In the meantime, would you consider in the future becoming, as a job, a filmmaker or a photographer or a painter, basically something in the creative direction?
I think if my sports don't really work out, I think so.
Yeah?
Because you've got a big imagination, haven't
Yeah.
you? You've always, since you were very little,
Yeah.
played imaginary
Things.
games and things, and
It's very creative, yeah. It's very
super creative. Like, imagine being able to take some of those imagination things and make them into a video, or
Make them real.
or make them into a book.
Yeah. And also with Harry Potter, it's like that. It's making someone's imagination into someone else's imagination.
That's true, yeah.
Because it's being able to,
Yeah.
that's right. It's being able to show someone what's in your imagination, isn't it?
That's
Never
a
thought
really
of it like
cool-
that.
That's a cool way of
Phrasing it.
phrasing it.
Yeah. And what do you think is difficult? Do you think these creative jobs are difficult?
Well, when I was younger, no. But now I think they're difficult. But they're not really, really hard. I think they're just like difficult because you'll have to like work your way around places before you actually get your idea.
Yeah. What do you
and
think?
plan everything out.
Yeah, you're right. What would you say is a harder job than being a creator?
Well, staying to the creativity bit, I think a director who's doing someone's job, like imagination, and like telling people how to do it.
Wow, so you know
That's
what a
true.
director does. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Maybe you could be a director one day.
Yeah.
Do you know any of the other roles on a film set? Because you know there's a team, so obviously the director is like the manager of it all. Do you know any of the other roles?
I don't know what it's called, but there's these people who do the sound.
Yeah, the sound.
There's the actors,
Of course, yeah. Oh wow, yeah.
and no, I don't know anything else.
There's like the makeup
editors.
art, the editors, yeah, the editors, yeah, great. There's one of Auntie Sal's favourites. There's the set designers, so the people who actually make the rooms and the castle.
So, like the bits where they like put something in something and then the editors edit it. So like they build like the scene.
Exactly, yeah. So like for example, in this room, if we, everything, all of your furniture and your posters and everything, that would be the job of a set designer to make it look like the way it is.
And you know how we were placing some things here, like we put a little Dobby here.
Yeah.
That's set design, because you want to show people.
Yeah, and we're also going to like change my room around a bit soon.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna like replace it into like a more getting older one.
Yeah.
And and a few years ago I started making it a bit more me, with football posters going up over there, the Mbappe one, and I'm starting to add some more posters.
So that's like set design.
Yeah,
So if you were to imagine your bedroom in a film,
yeah,
how would it show your personality?
yeah,
You would add more football elements, and maybe you'd add some Harry Potter elements,
Yeah.
because the set design tells the story of the person. So
yeah. Because like I've got a new 2 Harry Potter puzzles that could go up on my wall. One with a stand, one with a poster, and one that glows in the dark.
wow,
And they could do really well on my wall to like decorate it. And I've got my medals on a picture frame with loads of pictures in from when I was a bit younger. And I've also got some stickers on my bed because about Star Wars, because I really like Star Wars.
nice. So it all together tells your story, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And then you can see we added some lights as well,
Yeah.
didn't we? So that's a big part of
Yeah.
one of the biggest parts of lighting is of making films is the lighting department, because they need to make sure everything looks
And obviously the camera
the
crew as
crew,
well.
camera operators. Yeah, it's a lot. How many people do you think it takes to make a film?
Probably about around 100.
Oh, I think it's
Quite.
probably a lot more than that.
It's a good guess.
It's a very good guess. It's a very good
I
guess.
wouldn't know what to guess.
But no, I think it's going to be in the thousands. I think it's about 1,000 people.
Don't
It
be a lot.
depends what
Yeah,
film.
it depends what film, but I'm talking about Harry Potter scale.
Because Harry Potter's got all them students as well.
Yeah,
And then it
That
takes a
is
lot of
true.
people, even with just like. So let's say you've got a film with not many characters in. It would still take a lot to like put it all together. But
absolutely.
because Harry Potter's got millions and millions of characters, and then they would have to get even more people. So it would be really hard. So it probably would take ages to find the people, like 3 or 4 years to first get the people and set out the plan, and then another few years to do it.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took to make one Harry Potter film?
Probably about a decade, maybe.
A decade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a long time.
That is a big guess.
Because you would take probably 4 or 5 years, like planning it out, getting everything ready, like just setting it out, getting everyone, and then you would take another few years to like actually practice it, because it would take a lot of practice.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of rehearsals and stuff, isn't there?
Some people would have been like sometimes ill, so you would have to like miss that part
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
retry that part.
definitely. And do you know what the people that are not the main characters,
Yeah.
do you know what they're called on a film set?
Are they called side characters?
Yeah, there's side characters, but then even who appear even less than that, who are maybe just in the background, like some of the students in Hogwarts. Starts with an E.
Extras.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done. Well done. They're extras, yeah.
So, camera equipment.
Yeah.
We have a lot of camera equipment because we, like we said earlier, we love it. And so we have a lot and we like to use a lot. And also we just find it really interesting how they improve our videos. How much do you think that camera is?
Probably around £50.
£50.
It's a good guess.
That's a good guess.
It's a little bit more than that.
Not much more.
No.
But yeah, there's a lot of equipment.
For the creators watching, if there was an A7S3, which retails at about £3,500, but it was a good guess.
But you don't need a camera to make your videos.
You just need something to record it,
Exactly. So you could make videos on a phone.
or a laptop.
From
You
the
could- You
webcam,
could start on
yeah.
the webcam, yeah.
That is true. A lot of YouTubers have started filming with their webcam.
Or they would use the laptop to. So I've seen loads of people, like, when I started doing Roblox, I wanted to watch some Roblox stuff so I could find, like, secret rooms and stuff. And they all use PCs. So I think when I get my phone, I'll start videoing with my phone and playing on my PC.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
I've
a
got the
good
hang of it
idea.
now.
And then you can edit on the computer as well, and
Yeah.
you're ready to go. Basically, you're ready to
Yeah.
produce a film. Brilliant.
When do you think you'll get a phone?
My birthday.
You're asking one for your birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not my main thing.
Do you know which phone?
I don't mind.
Never mind. I'll just have to
I want
make
an
sure it
iPhone.
has a good camera.
I want an iPhone.
Do you?
Yeah.
We'll have to beep that out. Not allowed to say that on our podcast. No, I'm just joking. That's amazing, Eyes. Thank you so much for speaking to
Do you
us
have
today.
any questions for us about what we do or
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
interesting. If you're curious about anything, fire away.
First of all, how long you actually take to make the advert?
That's a good question.
Very good question.
So let's give an example. So shorts
Yeah.
on YouTube. So sometimes we make adverts in that size. So they go on YouTube in the vertical
Yeah.
way. And they often take a lot less time to make because they're also shorter.
Yeah.
They're
They're like small.
small videos. So we could probably make one of those in a day.
Yeah, but that's obviously just the filming. And then maybe the editing as well. 1 to 2 days for filming and editing.
For everything.
But how long would it take to make like a film
I feel okay. So
or like a video?
a bigger video, one of our let's say 15-minute YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I would say a week.
Yeah, I would say a week to 2 weeks because it depends because there's obviously planning involved.
And you've also got to find where to set your scene.
Exactly. So there's planning, there's research, and then, you have to potentially ask for permissions, whether you can
Yeah.
film there. So there's a lot of things that happen around it rather than just the filming and,
and also, if
editing.
you have to go to a different country to set your scene,
Oh, yeah, then it takes a lot longer,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is true.
Sometimes you have to include the travel, and
Yeah.
obviously then you need to rest as well. And yeah, it can be a lot longer.
because it's not like an easy record done.
No.
So how much do you think that, seeing as you know that it takes us about a week to 2 weeks to make a YouTube video, how much do you think we'd get paid for a YouTube video?
Around £30.
That's a good guess.
That's a good guess, yeah.
Because not in the 50s or over, I'm thinking about just under, because 50s would be like a bigger video,
Yeah,
but
with lots of subscribers.
yeah, and £30 is like just one of them videos where you get a few subscribers and a few likes,
Yeah.
where you get enough to at least get into them 30s.
Into the
That's true.
30s.
So how much would you like to get paid? If you were making a video today.
Probably because I'm only young and I don't have all the equipment.
Yeah.
I would probably want around £20.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's good.
Because I'd
price.
probably make a few videos if I get the hang of editing. So I'll do some practice ones, some real ones, some practice ones. So about one day I'd probably make one video.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 2 days I'd probably make around two to three. It depends how long they are. So I say around £20 for a bigger one,
Yeah.
and only about £10 to £15 for a smaller one.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any more questions?
What is the main thing you need to remember about making a video?
That is a great question. That is a great question, Eyes.
For YouTube or for a film or for a short? Which one?
Well, I
Or
can.
just
all
generally?
over,
All
all over.
over.
What's the main thing you need to remember about making something?
Well, the golden rule of filmmaking.
Yeah.
This is the golden rule for any filmmaking, whether it's a 30-second film or a 2-hour film, is that story is king. And that means that no matter if you have a terrible camera, a really basic camera, or if you have no lights, or if you have,
Just a recording on the phone.
exactly, in your bedroom, no matter where, if you have a cool story,
Yeah.
you can make a cool video and a cool film.
Okay.
So basically, it's important, especially for filmmakers when they get better and they have lots of equipment, to never forget the fact that the story is the most important part.
Okay. Because you need to like plan it out first. Because
Definitely.
we've done loads of story writing, but before we start doing the actual thing, we have to plan it out.
That's exactly how a film is made. That's
Like your
exactly it.
characters
Yeah.
and stuff. And what's your
So you
plot.
have to like figure out your main characters, figure out the beginning, the middle, and the end.
If you were to write a story or a film, what would it be about?
It would probably be like, I think if I make it as a footballer, it would be like how I became a footballer.
That's like a documentary.
Yeah. But if I don't, I'd probably make it like more about probably into like I'd probably make one about how to make videos.
Like what we
Like-
do.
That's really interesting, yeah.
Fully into it, so maybe how to edit, how to like figure out how to get your imagination on like getting stuff from your own ideas mixed with your favorite things,
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant.
and yeah.
Well, if you ever do want to make videos like that, maybe in the future at some point we'll make a video together.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I would love that.
And about like the story in my make your own movie book, before you have to like make your own story plan. You have to plan it out.
Ah, okay.
And that's a stop motion one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Who bought you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got to get them started early.
Started on the filmmaking train.
But yeah, when you have your phone, you'll be able to make more videos. And we would love to show you more about how to do that.
Yeah.
Because you said you saw one of our YouTube videos.
Yeah. It was like a thing about a camera, like I think it was the same camera as that one.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I think it was that one. And I think it was about nighttime, the scene was.
Yeah, about it being really good in the dark.
Yeah.
Ah,
I remember
okay.
that one.
Brilliant. Do you want us to, maybe after we finish, do you want us to show you a few more of our videos? Amazing.
That would be cool.
That would be so cool.
Well, I think we'll wrap up there. I think it's time to treat Isaac to a McDonald's. Oh, no,
Weathervane.
Weather Vane.
Yes. Very mature choice.
It was very much
Just like the conversation, really, because it's been an absolute pleasure to explore these topics with the wonderful mind of 9-year-old Isaac. 9 3/4, isn't it, Is?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Eyes, for being on our podcast. Thank you, listeners, for listening to the Couch Creator podcast, and we'll be back soon.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to, I don't know what you do on a podcast, but follow us on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. If you can leave a review or whatever, it would be wonderful. And just, reach out to us on any of the socials. We'd love to chat. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.